Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 51 Chew review. 51 being important due to the fact that I always skip number 13. So this is the number 50, the 50th Chew review, and I haven't run out of them yet, which is sort of amazing in itself. Anyway, we haven't done a regular line Stokers product in a little bit, not since the Tequila Sunrise, which I'd like to throw in later on. I came to the conclusion that I did not care for that. It was a little bit too much tequila-ness involved with that, and I did not overly care for it. I persisted through half the bag, but in the end, it was the tequila. It was too much. Anyway, this evening we will be taking a look at the 1 pound bag of Butternut. Now, Butternut only comes in the 1 pound bags. All right. So what you have is a rather large, as you can see, bag. It is 16 net weight ounces. All right. You have Stokers there, the flavor underneath it, their sort of 3-word slogan, chewing tobacco, and then the net weight ounces, which is 16, as I said. You have a warning label at the bottom. You have Bobby Stoker, a might I add, younger looking Bobby Stoker. This has been the picture they've been using for quite a while. There. On the back, you have the Stoker's little write-up story that they have on all their 1 pound bags. I have read these before, but I will do it again since I have not done it recently. All right. This is the same thing on every 1 pound bag of Stokers. The exceptions being out of the regular line. Like if there's 1 pound bags of the Tennessee products, I'm not sure if it's the same on those. So, like my father and his father before him, I take great pride in being in the tobacco business. Since 1940, our family motto has been to provide a great chew at a fair price. To continue this tradition, the finest tobacco is selected for use in our Stoker's chewing tobacco. We produce our chew in a special multi-pass process, making sure that the unique Stoker flavors soak deep into the leaf and last a long time. And if it does not meet our standards, then we don't ship it. I hope that you'll agree that we are still living up to our family motto. Thank you for your business, Bobby Stoker. And then you have the back warning label. Down on the bottom, you have the barcode and the fact that this product is distributed by National Tobacco Company. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. That's actually over here. It's distributed by National Tobacco of Louisville, Kentucky, right there. Then you have the barcode, and then this is the domestic foreign leaf count. Now, all Stoker's products, chew products, there's not very much domestic in them. It has something to do with the leaf they need. I don't think secondary is to keeping prices down. So part of it is a price thing where they're trying to keep their price down so they don't pass it along to you. But a big part of it, I have been told by people that aren't part of the company but are familiar with it, is that it has to do with the type of leaf. They just find it overseas easier, and then they can source the amounts that they need. So the domestic is no less than 3%, and the foreign is no more than 97%. And yes, that is how it is worded on the bottom of this package. Anyway, what you have is a completely sealed bag, okay? There is a top seam up here that is the same as the side seams, all right? There is a zip lock. The zip locks on these bags are usually not engaged. Not a big deal because, as I said, all sides are covered by seam. All right, the bag is itself sealed. All right, it's not a fold over deal. If you have a package that's a fold over, then you want the Ziploc engaged. All right, but this, you actually have to rip these off. Now they do have a pull tab here. All right, I always use scissors. I like a clean cut. You want to go below where they say. Now they have these lines here. It says tear here. Sometimes if you cut in between those two lines, the bag's still sealed. So I actually go below them, but before I do that, I do make sure where the Ziploc is because I don't want to be cutting that. So I go right about there. And it is opened. So there is one tiny little piece of tobacco stuck in the Ziploc, but I engaged the Ziploc. So technically speaking, it wasn't stuck in it. It was able to pass through it. Woo! And it is, as I remember, I have not had this product for about a year now. So you are looking at a whole bunch of really moist chew, and I'm probably not going to get light in there right. If it looks like it's glistening a little bit, it is, and if it looks like it's basically black, again, it is. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to throw some in, and then I am going to have to hit the pause button because my hand's going to be all goofed up. But what you're looking at is that. There's a lot of translucent bits on it. It's liberally treated with whatever concoction they are using. It is sticky to the touch. It's a little beyond tacky even, okay? And I am back. This is good stuff. Now, my first experience with this, a couple years ago now, was a little bit rocky from the start because this was bought for me in place of what I actually wanted. So at the time, I sort of had negative or neutral feelings about this, just because it's not what I had my heart set on, basically. That said, this is excellent stuff. Now, this review is completely thanks to Adrian down in Virginia, which is my new chew guy. And through conversing with him email-wise about this shipment coming up to me, he was saying like how much he liked this and that this was an excellent for the coming fall season. And I never really thought about it like that before, but I sort of get what he's saying. In fact, I'll even go beyond that and say for winter. Stuff has a very warm feel to it, okay? Now, Butternut. I have not had butternut squash for a very long time. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I had it. So I don't want to comment that this tastes like that. Okay? But the description on the Stokers website is it's got a mild nutty taste with a buttery base. And that is dead on. Okay? Now, at some point, I'll have to refresh myself on as to what butternut squash tastes like. This very well may line up with it. I do not know. But Stoker's description of mild nutty flavor with a buttery base is dead on. And in that line of thinking, this is excellent cold weather chew. If you're inclined to think along those lines, okay? This is, if you're chewing peach in July, this is what you want going towards November. All right? So, Adrian I'm going to have to agree with him on that. I normally don't think along those lines when it comes to this stuff, but yeah, I can see where he's coming from. So, it's just really good. It's nothing crazy. It's not like that tequila sunrise. There's nothing like off the wall about it at all. It's mellow. It's sort of warm, and it's like people curling up with a pipe in front of a fireplace. Okay, this is the chewing tobacco version. Okay, if that makes any sense. Only comes in a pound bag. These pound bags, now I'm in a state that's sort of medium when it comes to taxes on smokeless. It used to be low, but now I'd say it's ranging towards medium. Bags, maybe $22 with tax. I have recently been talking with guys online that were getting it for, I think, under $15, depending on what their state was. In their state, they were obviously in a low state. It's a pound. That's a lot of chew. All right. Most people that use chew are primarily dippers. In fact, I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head that I know, whether in person or online, that exclusively just uses chew. That day has come and gone, I think. So, if you're a dipper, like I am, a pound of this stuff is going to last you a while, okay? So it's money well spent, that's what I'm saying. Now, in respect to 16 ounces, a bag of Red Man is 3. Okay, so you're talking 5 bags of Red Man and an ounce. 5 1/3. How much would that cost you if it was Red Man? Like $60, something like that, even in my state. So it's worth it. Now, for people not familiar with chew, now this won't last me too long because I love chew. This could very well, the way I'm going lately, could very well, it might last a week. I used to say 2 weeks for stuff, but when I'm outdoors and whatnot this time of year, this may last a week, tops. For people that are not familiar with chew, or younger guys, or just people that haven't dealt with it, low nicotine in chew. If you need a nicotine fix, this is not your guy. Okay, go grab your Grizzly Wintergreen or your Copenhagen or whatever. This is not gonna. It may hold you off for a longer period in between dips. It may take the place if you're a cigarette smoker. But if you are a cigarette smoker, then I'd suggest just switching over to dip. Because it's, in my opinion, much, much less harmful for you. But that's for another video. So, it's got low nicotine. It's got great flavor, though. It's really, really moist. You can see how often I'm using the spittoon here. There's products I do on this channel that I get through a whole video maybe using this once. Yeah, it's got a low domestic leaf count, but all Stoker's products do. And Chew in general has lower domestic leaf counts. Okay, there's a lower percentage of domestic leaf in chew products. Redman's really good with domestic, and they only have like 65 or 69%. And they're really, really good. So the fact that this is only 3%, that's, it varies company to company. But for Stoker products, that's basically the normal in their chew. Stoker dipping tobacco products, their dip, that's 100% US. But as I've said in the past, the US basically has a corner on the market for the type of tobacco that's used in dip, which is good because we're basically the only country that's actually making it. So, one tidbit of news, because Bergs just reminded me, he emailed me, but I had yesterday put it on a post on Read It. Just to let you know, Skoal has brought back their straight pouches. Right after I did the talk in the one video about how Grizzly straight pouches are the only game in town, and Skoal used to have them, but they're going, like 2 days later, I got an email from Skoal saying they brought theirs back. So they're back. For anybody that's interested in a straight pouch, Skoal is bringing theirs back, and that'll probably be a lot easier to find in stores, gas stations, whatnot, than the Grizzly product, I am guessing. I'm going to head off now, but I do want to thank Bergs from Bergs Dip Reviews. He did a video a day or two ago where he gave my channel a very nice shout out, elongated shout out. And I also want to thank for doing the same thing, Snuff Strings, for giving me a rather elongated shout out. And over at Read It, I just, which I haven't been very active on recently, I ran into a post about this channel from Rex Hargrove. Sir, I thank you greatly. You're only the second person I think that's ever done that over there for me. And I do greatly appreciate it, as I do Bergs and Snuff Strings for doing the same. So check out Bergs over at Bergs Dip Reviews, Snuff Strings. Also check out Wild Bushman, Dirty Pat Walsh, Real Talk Studios, No Bluff Buff, and snoozefreak.com, the channel here on YouTube. I'm going to go now, but I will be back in 48 hours with something else. Not quite sure what yet, but there will be something. I do hope you all are well. On the next video, I will most likely be doing shout-outs of regular subs, so look for that. I do hope you all are well. As I said, do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.